All right. What up, y'all? It's your boy Crazo, man. I'm finna show y'all how I process my trap beats or mix my trap beats, man. So let's get right into it, bro. All right. So first, usually I start off with the 808 or drums, pretty much. This is pretty much what I start off with for the most part. So this is what I got. So for the 808, right? All I got now, this stuff I got off because I had it on originally, but the soft clipper and the limiter for some saturation, but I kept it off. So basically, all I'm doing with this SSL channel is just boosting 200 a little bit, just to give it a little bit more punch, just a little bit. So basically, how I mix my beats is right, especially if I'm working with an artist and I know I'm gonna be mixing the records from start to finish. I usually pre-mix in FL and then I do further processing in Studio One, with the song and the vocals and everything. But this is the pre-mix side, right? That's what I call it. So this is the pre-mix side of things, right? So we're just doing like light mixing, but low key, this is kind of doing the heavy lifting kind of because I did quite a bit here, just a little bit, but you know, so for the claps, I'm just boosting a little bit of frequencies, a little bit of high end. What did I do? Like 5K and yeah, again 204, uh 5 dBs a little bit the bottom end. Yeah, I'm just boosting a lot of 200 because I feel like the drums didn't weren't cutting through enough, so I did boost a lot of 200 in the drums a little bit to get them to kind of cut through a little bit. But let me let you hear the whole thing, right? So this is what the full mix sounds like, right? All right, so you heard that, like the mix is good, like I did processing. You can see when I go through the channels, I did quite a bit of stuff and some boosting. Yeah, I boosted the synth a little bit in the middle, the mids because it was kind of thin a little bit. So just the lighter side of mixing, yeah, just little EQ moves in the low end, and I think I boosted. The speed is pretty simple, so so you heard that. Oh, and almost forgot, right? I don't have anything on my master bus, so this is pretty much just. I mean, I had stuff on it, but I ended up turning it off because I'm like, I'm gonna do more processing later on, so I just kept it off. So, well, yeah, what you're hearing is strictly on the individual channels. So, what the idea is, you wanted to get it sounding as good as possible on the individual channels, because in case, like, if I'm working with another engineer or whatever, and he's gonna mix it or do the final mix, if the mix sounds good with the stems, I don't have to worry about, oh, I'm gonna lose my master bus processing or anything in the process, because my heavy lifting is in the individual tracks. So yeah, just wanted to point that out. All right, so let's go to Studio One. All right, now we are in Studio One. I got my stems. I got my all my tracks. So all right, so for starters, right? I know you're like, oh man, why is there two 808 tracks? So this is what I do, right? So basically, I parallel process, right? So my 808, I have two 808 tracks. This is my original 808 track, and this is my duplicate 808 track. So basically, essentially, I want to affect the 808, but I want it. Basically, I want to affect the 808 to hit harder, but I don't want to mess with the original signal, like. So So the original signal's coming through. So you heard this, right? So this is the parallel um, signal. All right. So you heard that, right? But together they hit harder. So before I play it together, right? This is what I have on my parallel 808. So I have a DBX 160. Um, so it's and I have it smashing the signal like it's yeah. Let me solo it. Yeah, you see it's going all the way like it is smashing the signal. And then after that, I got a Pultec EQ boosting at 7 and attenuating at 3 at 60 hertz. And on the high end, I'm not boosting any, but I'm attenuating at 10 and 10K. Um, and keep this knob at 5, right? And then, I usually, this knob just, it, sometimes I move it around. It just depends on how I'm feeling, love it. I chose to just leave it there for this time. So when I play it together, this is what it sounds like, right? All right, now you hear it hitting, right? So I'm gonna play it by itself. All right, and then back in. You hear how that weight just like it feels heavier, That parallel processing, man, it'll do it to you. So I'm gonna play the mix. I'm gonna play everything together, right? So because I did some mixing outside of off camera or whatever, right? So I'm gonna unsolo everything. All right. So well, actually, I want to mute my processing. My yeah, because I want it to be all right. So here's the mix again, right? All right. So you heard that. Now, the mix sounds good, especially like, what I did to the 808 already, right? Now, here's where it gets a little bit, put that sauce on it. Um so here I have drum saturation, drum compression, and drums wide. Now, drums wide is it's a it's an imager. Here, let me pull it up. It's an imager. So basically, and I have an EQ before the imager, right? And these are on auxes or sends, whatever you want to call it. So I put a high pass filter because I only want on the drums wide effect bus or whatever because I only want to affect the high end of the drums to make the high end of the drums wider. So because I don't want to affect down here, I just feel like it sounds better. Um, so yeah, so um on my since I'm already on here, so on my drums wide bus, I have it all the way. I have my settings all the way up on the plug-in, but the thing is, I'm blending in with the regular drum bus signal. So my drum saturation. I use this plugin all the time. Soft Tube. I like the way it sounds. Um, and drum comp. I had I had the SSL on. This is not active though. I had this one on, and then I chose this one. I think it's the 1176 style compressor or whatever. And I'm crushing it. Like this is like it's yeah. I got I got this all the way to the right. This one pretty much all the way right, and I got my input kind of hot, so pretty much I'm crushing it with the parallel compression, like you know. So now the mix sounds cool, right? Like you know, but when I bring all this stuff in, you're gonna hear what it's doing. So here it is. Let me highlight this so I can. All right, so I'm gonna play it without them on, right? Let me go to the drums. All right, like that sounds good. But when I unmute my processing, it's just look. All right, I'm gonna mute it again. Watch. You hear how the drums like come forward, like it's like they're brighter, they have more presence. And the thing is, I haven't even touched the EQ on the drum bus yet. Besides, well, you know, me EQing the drums wide bus, but that's only to affect the high end of the imager on that. But no EQ yet, and it's already it just like moved forward. It's like the drums have more presence. But saturation, man, this is what's gonna make your drums, at least in trap, you know, like it's gonna make your drums sit forward. But yeah, I'll show y'all again. This is with it on, obviously. And then turn it off. Yeah, it's like the hi hats like aren't even, you know, it just brings so much more presence. Yeah, see when I take out that parallel 808, it's like it sounds hollow. When I put it back in, it hits way more. And my master bus, right? So this is usually what's now. I have a plug-in for my screen recording, but with my master bus for my beats usually looks like, right. So sometimes I don't have it on right now, so I usually but I'll just show y'all. You know, it's usually SSL into the tape, and that's pretty much it for the most part. Like or and then I'll put a you know, maybe the limiter on it, but that's pretty much it, man. Like for my beats, I just use compressor or you know, and a limiter and a tape. This right here, this plugin right here gives a lot of weight to the record too. Look, I'll show you. But let me see. Sometimes I'll start off with clear character and then I'll tweak it from there. But I'll show y'all what's up. Hold on. But sometimes this adds a little bit too much low end. So like I said, I adjust. But you can hear what it's doing. Like look. Bypass. And then put it back on. And sometimes I play with the presets, like sometimes clean 15. Usually I use this one more than clean 15 more than. Let's see how this sounds. Yeah, but like you really gotta tweak the settings because sometimes it overdoes things. But that's pretty much usually what I have on my master bus. Um, yeah. So hey man, if y'all want more content, let me know, man. This is new to me. This is my first video, so appreciate it. Y'all be good.